Welcome to Restaurant News Roundup presented by LiveFlow with me, Jensen Cummings, for your weekly dose of rapid fire restaurant industry news. Today, Friday, September 1st, 2023, we're covering Guy Fieri's Maui charity dinner, experts pick best pizza in America, Chipotle, recruiting Gen Z, and more. Get into the comments for a link to the recap article and access to the full stories covered today, and to learn more about our presenting sponsor, LiveFlow. LiveFlow is for restaurants frustrated using QuickBooks, desperately wanting better automated financial dashboards with real time data. As always, this is 10 stories in under 10 minutes. Stay with me, see if I can keep up. This is one take, no refires. All right, let's get it. Guy Fieri to host celebrity chef studded 15-course dinner party in Sonoma to help Maui by Kelly McCarthy. Good Morning America. The Maui fundraiser is on October 21st, 2023, and will feature over 20 award-winning chefs for a 15-course dinner experience with costs of tickets at $2,500 per. Lineup includes Leanne Wong, Stephanie Izzard, Monique Chuan, Mark Murphy, and many more. Go to GuyFieriFoundation.org for more details and let us know if there are any ways we can support our restaurant fam affected by the wildfires. What can we do to help? Next up, Panda Express will pay hundreds of thousands of customers in class action lawsuit over this common sneaky practice by Amanda Bree, an entrepreneur. The lawsuit claims Panda Express falsely advertised low delivery fees by tacking on 10% service charge. Customers who ordered delivery on the chain's website or app and paid for the fee may be entitled to compensation. Panda Express will pay $1.4 million settlement, though it didn't admit to wrongdoing. Opinion: service fees, delivery fees, any type of fees, you had better make damn sure they are clear and prominent, or they are coming for you. It will cost. Now, Subway has been sold for billions in one of the biggest fast food acquisitions ever by Doc Llewellyn, USA Today. Subway was owned by the families of founders Fred DeLuca and Peter Buck for nearly 60 years and toggles back and forth with McDonald's as having the most units of any chain in the world, usually around 37,000 locations. They have now been acquired by private equity firm Rourke Capital for reported $9.6 billion. They also invest in Jimmy John's, Arby's, Auntie Anne's, Buffalo Wild Wings, Carvel, Sonic, and many others. Spotlight: the largest family-owned food service business can't make it. I'm watching what all these mergers and acquisitions mean for independent restaurants. You should be paying attention as well. Okay. On to Hooters restaurant sued for racial discrimination against employees by Kaylee Werner in The Independent. A Hooters in Greensboro, North Carolina, has been sued by the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission for alleged racial discrimination against its employees. Now, at the start of the pandemic in March 2020, the establishment allegedly laid off around 43 employees for a period of time. A total of 13 employees were recalled to the establishment, and out of those, 12 of them were, quote, white and or had light skin tones, reflecting a marked shift in the racial composition of the restaurant's, quote, Hooters girls workforce. Now, this is in direct violation of Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Next up, Juicy Marbles creates plant-based ribs with edible bones by Elizabeth Flood in Food Dive. The Slovenian-based vegan meat company Juicy Marbles is launching a limited batch of plant-based ribs with edible bones. Consumers are growing skeptical of plant-based meat alternatives, textures, and tastes, and inflationary pressures leading to more mindful grocery shopping patterns. Alternative meat sales in U.S. retail locations have fallen by 19.8% year over year. Debate: what's your stance on plant-based meats versus animal meats' impact on the environment and on healthy eating? Let me know your thoughts. Visa and MasterCard to increase swipe fees by NACS. Merchants could end up paying an additional 502 million annually in fees, half of which will come from the increased network fees, while the rest would originate from the interchange fees, also known as swipe fees. Credit and debit card swipe fees have more than doubled over the past decade and are now at 160 and 70 cents billion a year, excuse me. These fees cost the average American family more than $1,000 a year. 160 billion. Wow. Opinion: credit card companies are blood-sucking leeches. Tell me I'm wrong. That's a serious opinion. Next up, pickleball themed Camp Pickle has unlocked $200 million for growth by Lisa Jennings, Restaurant Business Online. The investors include mall operator the Simon Property Group and pickleball friendly venture capital firms Good Alpha and Align Ventures, as well as restaurant industry veterans Bill Allen, who co founded Fleming's Steakhouse and is former CEO of Bloomin' Brands, and Steve King, the former CEO of Dave and Buster's. Both will serve on the board of Camp Pickle Growth Company, the parent of Camp Pickle brand and sister concept Jaguar Bolero. Question to you: is entertainment back, or is there still trepidation coming out of the pandemic? What do we see about those large gathering spaces? All right. DoorDash's voice ordering service could have AI take your carryout order by Emma Roth, The Verge. With the new service, restaurants can have AI field phone calls and take orders from customers with live agents available to, quote, support customers anytime. The AI powered service will attempt to upsell them by offering curated recommendations to complement their meal, while also offering multiple language options. Meanwhile, callers have ordered from the restaurants before will get the chance to quickly reorder their favorite meal. Question for you. All right, for my restaurant pros and for my diners out there, how are you feeling about using AI voice ordering and assistance versus person to person phone customer service? Do you want to talk to a person or not? Next, Chipotle takes Gen Z behind the scenes to recruit new employees by Jessica Deo, Marketing Dive. The chain is extending its documentary style behind the foil. The new commercials featured unfiltered testimonials from current Chipotle employees detailing what it's like to work for the chain. The brand additionally plans to leverage social media, including through behind the scenes content meant to target Gen Z. Spotlight. I've heard personally from thousands of Gen Z restaurant workers that they don't trust restaurants in their hiring process. So I'm watching, and you should too, for new approaches like this. And actually go, shameless plug, check out my article called Flipping 75% Interviews to 88% Interviews Completed for some other new approaches. Link in the comments. The best pizza in America, region by region, from the Washington Post. The United States is home to more than 80,000 small chain and independent pizza restaurants. Now, these rankings here come from the experts, historians, and pros around the country gathered by the Washington Post. For a more populist view, the Washington Post pulled in data columnist Andrew Van Dam, who analyzed 7.5 million Yelp reviews on pizzerias to see which regional style restaurants attract the most and highest ratings. We're going to start a fight here, debate. In your opinion, which region's pizza reigns supreme? Is it New York, New Haven, Chicago, California, Detroit, St. Louis, or any others that stand out to you? All right, time under 9 minutes. Look at me go. That was fast. As always, go to my personal pages at Jensen Cummings to get my take on these and many other stories. Restaurant News Roundup is presented by Live Flow every Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern. I want to hear from all of you. Get into the comments, DM Best Served Podcasts, DM me personally. We need to know, what are the stories, what are the segments, what are the topics that you need covered so that we can make sure and keep you informed and get you back to what actually makes you money. It's busy out there. It's a struggle out there for restaurant people. So much respect, which is why we're getting up here at 5 a.m. to make sure that you have the news today, September 1st, 2023.